Roger failed me. Roger embarrassed me. Roger embarrassed us. Roger lost the money. And on August 8th, you did what had to be done. We did what had to be done, Hendrix. So this Sunday at New Texas Pro, already platinum, you will enter Gamble Hall and you will assert your dominance in that battle royal. You're in a street fight against Teflon Shawn. And I need you to exercise your greatest demon. Because a guy like Teflon doesn't get to walk anymore. Just like Roger. What? You got nothing to say? You're not gonna speak, Hendrix? You're not gonna say anything? You're not gonna talk, huh? And you will be the guardian to the key of the promised land. You will walk out on your own 2 feet as a winner. Sunday, power reigns supreme.
The contest is the Pasadena Street Fight!
Oh boy. Now we get into some hard-hitting action. Whoa. Some OG 8th Day here. Oh, there's Shawn Hendrix, but Shawn Hendrix definitely not dressed to wrestle here tonight. As we mentioned, this match is going to take place under street fight rules.
From Seattle, Washington, he is the Great Miracle, Shawn Hendrix!
Shawn Hendrix revved up. Father O'Day letting Hendrix know that he has got to win this match. That Teflon John cannot walk out of this building, much like how Holy Roger was excommunicated from the 8th Day back at Texas Contender Series 40, the end of time.
Not forget the ending of that show as something I thought I'd never see. Well, Holy Roger, as you said, being excommunicated. Now the challenge from John being laid out to Shawn Hendrix for this fight here tonight.
And his opponent, coming down from the hills, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Revelator, Teflon John!
Little bit of Seattle here for Teflon John, certainly trying to get in the head of the Great Miracle, Shawn Hendrix.
I hear that. You hear Pearl Jam playing over the PA here. Pearl Jam, very well known rock and roll band out of Seattle, Washington, the hometown of
They,
Shawn
Trent?
Hendrix. Yes. Yes, they are. The Teflon John, and you see Shawn Hendrix even applauding Teflon John here. There's a lot of history between these two gentlemen here. As we've seen John speak on the microphone in previous Texas Contender Series directly to Shawn Hendrix. almost like trying to remind him about who he truly is. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in for a street fight. Oh, the Killjoy clothesline already out of the gate. Oh, and Shawn Hendrix stands right back up and slaps Shawn in the face. Oh my goodness.
Teflon John trying to bring out that old Shawn Hendrix, as we've seen at Texas Contender Series. I think it worked.
Very much so, as these two just clubbing and slapping each other.
See that, Shawn Hendrix wearing that old Legion tank top.
Thank you, sir. I was just going to mention that. We were talking about mind games even just with the entrance theme of Teflon John. Look at the shirt that Shawn Hendrix is wearing. It says Legion across the chest of Shawn Hendrix. That was the name of the group that Shawn Hendrix brought Teflon John into when John got into this business.
And Teflon John trying to bring that old Shawn Hendrix out, trying to show him, you know, what he's really become as a part of the 8th Day, and trying to free him, so to speak, by those mental games. But it's all about physical games here tonight in this Pasadena street fight.
Well, John thinking that if I can't get my words across to him, maybe I'll just have to beat it into him. And Shawn
Hendrix hung up.
hanging out. Oh my. Now John just going right after, bending, and look at the spine going backwards of Hendrix there.
Hendrix no worse for wear, getting himself wrapped up in a tree of
This
woe.
is in a bad, bad spot here in this Pasadena street fight, as John now looking for some plunder.
Implements of destruction. There goes that trash can. Seemed to be filled with all sorts of accoutrement. Can't get my eyes on it. Got all sorts of stuff in there. Implements of destruction, but here we go, Teflon!
Oh, drop kick chair miss as Shawn Hendrix leaps up and now finds a way out of the tree of woe. Now perched on the top rope himself.
Great miracle from up top! Flying line!
And a cover by Hendrix.
Barely a 2 count. Hendrix is gonna need to do a lot more damage to Teflon to get the victory in this contest.
Oh, and now Shawn just throwing some of the cookie sheets, those metal cookie sheets, down onto Teflon John.
Whenever we have a new Texas show here in Pasadena, there's all sorts of destruction as the Great Miracle gets a cookie sheet to the face.
And that suicide dive attempt on his way to the outside got connected face first. My goodness.
This one ain't gonna be pretty, folks.
Oh my. The utter thud.
I felt that.
Across the chest of Hendrix, sends Hendrix crashing down onto the mat here on the floor inside Campbell Hall.
Teflon telling Shawn to fight back.
As you said, Dan, Teflon John's mission here is to get Shawn Hendrix to remember who he is. Oh, trash can up on the head. Oh, once more. Oh, connecting on the back of the head this time. And Shawn Hendrix may be out. Referee checking in. And it looks like this match is going to continue on, which might not be a good thing for Shawn Hendrix at this point. Oh, this crowd wants one more time. Oh.
Kendo stick from the gut.
That put the brakes on John right there.
Teflon wasted too much time with this crowd.
Oh, and got a receipt there in the form of the very same trash can. Now having that walking stick that John walked out here with, now going straight to the head and midsection.
Yeah, that's not a kendo stick, that's just a dowel.
Now Shawn, going for a shot with those cookie sheets that he got connected with earlier. Met with a back elbow there. Now John off the middle rope. Missile drop kick sends Hendrix down as the Revelator stands tall here in this street fight.
And this is not catch as catch can, Trent. This is an all-out brawl as Teflon John is setting up this trash can between the top and middle rope in the corner.
Oh, wedged in. This could only mean bad intentions from Teflon John. Oh, that drop kick. Oh, Hendrix pushing Teflon with his feet into the trash can back first. The back and head connecting. Now Hendrix flying in with a drop kick onto John in the corner. Now followed up with a cover.
You know, as that trash can gets bent, you know, that's a dangerous situation. That metal gets bent and could create a sharp edge. One of those corners. Not a safe situation.
No, now Shawn Hendrix.
Speaking of unsafe situations.
Apart those steel steps. Those unforgiving steel steps now looking like.
We know what the Eighth Day could do.
We've seen them utilize that, and so does Holy Roger, as you mentioned earlier in his excommunication back at TCS 40. Now Shawn Hendrix putting together a plan here.
Hydrating as well. Smart. Oh! It's going for the mist, and it was blocked.
And now got in his own face as well, connecting with the trash can lid. And Shawn Hendrix unexpectedly, unintentionally blinding himself has now opened up the window for Teflon John to go to work and dish out punishment.
Oh. Father O'Day most certainly looking on. This absolute carnage here. A must-win situation for both of these competitors.
Well, you know that has to be in the back of the mind of Shawn Hendrix, as we saw what happened with Holy Roger, who displeased Father O'Day. Shawn Hendrix does not want to be next on that list, as now Teflon pulls out a ladder. Oh, Hendrix flying off the steel step, connecting with the cookie sheet, sending John down to the mat on the floor.
Trent, this is barbaric.
Well, we knew this wasn't going to be pretty. These two with the storied history literally trying to beat each other down into oblivion.
A high-octane brawl this is. Oh, the smack of that metal against the back
that stings.
Of Teflon John. That smack to the face.
That made me cringe. That sting of the back from that cookie sheet could be felt with everybody here inside Campbell Lawless. Shawn Hendrix now mounts Teflon John and just punches square to the face. As the fans here inside Campbell Hall trying to get behind John to will him back up to his feet. And now Shawn Hendrix taking a look at something that was inside that trash can.
Whoa,
those are handcuffs.
Look.
Oh, remember the last time we were inside this very building, Dan, what kind of play those handcuffs came into. And now, looks like Shawn is trying to do the exact same thing that they did to Just Nick back at the Texas Indy Showcase, as John's head is laid across those steel steps, now handcuffed behind his back. John is vulnerable, to say the least. Unfortunately for John, he doesn't have anybody to throw in the towel for him here at this point. And now
Hendrix saying this is what you wanted.
Oh, John is saying do it. Here comes the chair. No, what is Shawn doing? Shawn's hesitating. No, Shawn can't do it. Well, Shawn
getting flashbacks from all the times that Father O'Day and the Guardian have done that.
No, the key was there. Teflon was able to break himself free of the handcuffs.
Shawn Hendrix had the opportunity to do that very maneuver. Oh my God.
And it looks like, Dan, tell me if I'm wrong, are Shawn and John now connected?
They are
by
cuffed
the handcuffs?
together.
Both men just throwing bombs, absolute haymakers, as John now taking Hendrix down to a knee. Not the way that these two thought they'd be connected for sure. Oh, DDT on the steel steps. The DDT followed up with a cover. Oh my gosh.
Hendrix was able to kick out.
It's a great miracle from Shawn Hendrix to kick out of a DDT on the steel steps
while handcuffed to another man.
Now what possibly could John be? Oh, those are brass knuckles. Shawn Hendrix had brass knucks connecting to the head of John. Where did those come from?
And it's locked in.
A submission hold locked in, handcuffed to John on top of steel steps. The submission hold applied. John has nowhere to go. The referee checking in as Shawn Hendrix screaming at the top of his lungs. A primal yell from Hendrix. And the referee has called for the bell. Shawn Hendrix has won this street fight.
Shawn Hendrix!
As Teflon John appeared to be passed out. My goodness, what a brutal ending to this brutal street fight between these two long-time historied competitors.
Do you think Teflon John got out of Shawn Hendrix what he wanted to? A brutal and disgusting display of violence from both of these competitors.
This was a side of Shawn Hendrix that we haven't seen in a long time, Dan. Even that moment of hesitation with the chair, I thought that we were going to see a replay from what we saw at Indie Showcase 4. And now you see the smile on John's face. It looks like he got what he wanted as he extends his arms. And Shawn Hendrix looked like he wanted to, and there it goes. As both men embrace. Oh, and Father O'Day now.
That screech. Last time we heard that screech was at Texas Contender Series 40.
Oh, Dan, look. Those figures, those entities that we saw at the end of Texas Contender Series 40 now have made their way out here into Campbell Hall. And the last time we saw those three, we saw what happened with Holy Roger. Could that same fate be in store? Oh wait, look, who's getting in the ring? Who's that in the ring? It's a spear on the Teflon John. Who is this person? It's Brother Tracy! We haven't seen Brother Tracy since
Father O'Day won that championship.
All the way back in April, my goodness. Brother Tracy reuniting with Father O'Day. here tonight at Already Platinum. My goodness. A vicious along with these three entities